And it is exciting because I am doing garden prep today, although I am racing a little bit against the weather because we're expecting a thunderstorm around 11. So I've kind of rushed through the chores, milked Matilda, taken care of the chickens, and it's not the exciting fun bit really just yet. It's getting ready. I did go shopping and buy some seedlings, which was very exciting, and they're ready to go in. I decided to go ahead and buy some seedlings because I am a little bit behind with seed starting. Actually a lot behind. We had a terribly difficult month of sickness in February, and so I didn't get my seeds started when I had planned. And I still will go ahead and start some, but I wanted to get a little bit of a head start with some seedlings. So I'll show you those in a little while. But I am scavenging around the property to find old bits of wire because I have a raised bed at the front of the house that the puppy keeps digging in. So I need to fence it off so that I can put some of these new seedlings in. And we also have to raise the fence along here, which we've kind of done a dodgy Dad and Dave version of a raised fence with a bit of chicken wire. And I need to do that all the way around because the chickens, like even when we clip their wings, there's a couple of them that just seem to have this ability to climb fences or something, and they get in. And I said to my husband, I just don't want to deal with the frustration of getting everything in the garden and then the chickens digging it up. So that's my project for today. So I am pausing I found this roll of wire and I found another piece here, and that right there, that middle bed is the one I've got to try and secure and prep the other ones ready. But my beautiful teenage boy, my handsome teenage boy I should say, made me breakfast. He made brekkie for everyone. So I am going to pause with my dirty grubby hands and eat my brekkie and enjoy that. And then I will go back to working on those beds. Thinking maybe it doesn't quite reach, but we can sew it together with a little bit of tie wire. So I'm these two pieces of hardwire mesh, or one piece, that we've wrapped around these little green posts to try and secure this garden from marauding canines and anything else that might try and get in here. It's just not quite big enough, so we're just making we're sewing it together, aren't we, Gracie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sewing it with tie wire. Just as if we were fixing a pair of jeans. Only it's a bit more pokey and spiky.
And harder.
Than cotton.
And not fun.
It's not too bad.
It's way longer than a normal thread.
Way longer than a normal thread, that's true. And I'm trying to hold it in place. going to work though.
Yeah. The top almost reaches even more.
Yes. Which means we probably could have tightened it more than we did. That's okay. It's not perfect, but it will do the job, won't it?
Yep.
Okay, so we have it fenced off, and I think that's going to work just fine.
Oh, look at the spiky.
So we now need to fill up the holes that the puppies dug. These are the seedlings I bought just this week. So some tomatoes, some strawberries, a little bit of lettuce and kale and silver beet. Not very much, but just a few. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to win any fencing awards or engineering, but it will work, I think. Just got some chicken wire and put it up this on top of the fence. These are some old trampoline poles that we just recycled along here to keep it up. So these trampoline poles that were from an old trampoline have been really handy to sort of secure it. So I've put a couple of poles along there and just tie wired them on here. So man, I hope this works. Yeah, my yarrow survived the winter and is coming back. That's exciting. This horribly dead looking mess was lemongrass, so I really hope it comes back too. Okay, so that means the perimeter of that backyard is pretty much done. Now this, I still have to just fix this a little bit. It's leaning down, so it needs these stakes to hold it up. Maybe one or two along here, and then I think we're good, because I just want these guys to stay back here. And one of my sons had a friend over this morning and he helped, and they did this side as well. So this fence they would get over. There's just a couple of little spots here I've got to fix. All right, now I totally understand and the first to admit this does not look pretty. And I'm all for things being aesthetically pleasing and beautiful and having, you know, just something that's wonderful and beautiful to look at, pleasing to the eye. But I also know that when you're operating on a very small budget, I mean, if you want this life, you've got to just be prepared to make things work. And that means a lot of times they're not going to look wonderful. Like this dodgy bit of fence, you know, chicken wire, raising up my already existing cyclone fence so that I can keep the chickens out, means I can grow a garden. And I just simply don't have the funds to raise the fence and using all nice fancy new materials and have it looking really polished and beautiful. If I were to wait for that to happen, I would be waiting a long time and I wouldn't have a garden this season, or I'd be frustrated again with chickens in the garden. So sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and who knows, maybe one day we will have everything looking beautiful. And for now, if it looks like Dad and Dave's farm for a while, that might just have to. Okay, I've run out of actual like sticks, you know, like metal and things. I just found this piece of oak twig, and it's not going to last, you know, more than 12 months probably, maybe not even that, but it does the job. It's going to hold the wire up for a while. Ultimately, our long-term plan is to we're thinking about putting back here, securing this, like making it stronger, and putting a pig back here and having the chickens out on the side pastures. But for now, this is going to work just fine, I think, to keep the chickens out. Just gathering a bit of kindling. These old fallen branches here out of this oak tree. So I've just kind of been gathering it, picking it up to keep as kindling in the mudroom, breaking it into smaller pieces that will fit in the fireplace. And honestly, I don't know if we'll get many more fires before the spring really fully hits. Maybe one more just because we like them, but it's probably going to start warming up pretty soon. So this might be the last of the kindling. Weed infested garden. The parsley survived the winter, and sage and some lemon balm and another big parsley and lots of weeds. I'm a bit late, I've got to prune these roses, but look, some little asparagus babies shooting up. I've never grown asparagus before, so I'm not sure. I know you're not supposed to harvest it in the first year, which we didn't last year. I just let it grow. And I think I can sort of take one or two, but I don't know if I should cut off these dead ones. Any asparagus experts out there, let me know. But I'm going to pick one of these. Maybe this one. What a lovely little asparagus spear. That's very exciting. I've heard you can just eat them out of the garden like that. They're so tender. Wow. Wow. That's actually delicious. That was way yummier than the ones you buy in the store. And I like asparagus from the store, but wow. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to tell Mike about this. I have to let the kids taste it. That's amazing. Okay. I am now absolutely a fan of growing my own asparagus. Wow. We need to put some more in. So sweet. So, I don't know. We may have to add a few more security measures, but we are now pretty much fenced off in here. So let me know what do you have any hacks, or what do you do to keep chickens out of your garden? I don't know. I've just kind of dodged up a bit of a solution, and I'm hoping it works. I think it will. I think it'll do the trick. Let's hope so anyway. Okay, so this area where the chickens have been all winter, my plan is, originally I was going to do this last season, and for those of you who've been here that long might remember that we didn't do that. We put gardens around this backyard here and a couple of raised beds there, waiting basically for the wood chips to break down more. They were not ready. So I'm hoping this will be, I think it is. I think it's going to be great. I'm kind of toying with the idea of seeing if I can borrow a rototiller just for the first season to just get it all dug up and put the rows in. So I don't know, I may or may not do that. I'll see what I can find, because other than that, it is going to mean a lot of handwork getting those rows in. So we'll see. But out here is where I'm hoping to grow tomatoes and corn and a few more things in rows. All right. It is starting to rain, so I'm going to sign off and go inside and do some inside chores now. But I'm really happy that before the rain, I got this fence raised. So that's the next thing will be planting potatoes. So yeah, fun times. I'm excited about it. All right, sunshine and raindrops, friends. I shall see you soon.